community. What makes life meaningful is that your thoughts, your expressions, your intention, your mind, your heart are dedicating to the service of the society. And Marhum Hajj Murtaza Abu Hassanain was a man of service. And this is a lesson, brothers and sisters, to learn, all of us. Because as Muhammad Hussein was reciting Surah Al-Rahman, I said, I'm lucky if one day he can recite when my body is here in this casket and he's reciting the Quran for me. What can we do before that moment, the moment of truth? That is for everyone. إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتُونَ. How many times the Quran says, إِلَيْنَا تُرْجَعُونَ إِلَى رَبِّكُمْ تُرْجَعُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. How many times the Quran says, إِلَيْنَا رَاجِعُونَ إِلَى رَبِّكُمْ رَاجِعُونَ. How many times the Quran words marji'ukum, that your marja' is Allah. He is the reference. You go back to him. Tens and tens of times the word turja'un, yarja'un, raja'un, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raja'un. That means that there is no eternity in this dunya. No one lives here forever. كل نفس ذائقة الموت كل من عليها فان. And Abu Hassanain was not an exception. But the point is this: he did something before he died. We enjoy the blessing of what? The blessing of Kamtaha, the blessing of his son, who has been a source of enlightenment and service for this community and so many other communities nationally and internationally. This is really the success. This is the success of the life. And this happened to Abu Hassanain and Masha, a woman of wisdom, a woman of worship, a woman of work, a great, tremendous team working together. It's amazing. The compassionate and respectful relationship between parents and children. Abu Hassanain used to come to the lecture of his son that with wheelchair and suffering from illness, but still he comes to listen to his son. It's amazing. And then you see the son showing respect. When I stopped by in Kamta just a few months ago, and I saw Brother Hassanain, despite of all responsibility, he took his time to sit down next to his dad and feeding his dad, taking the food like relaxedly, peacefully, respectfully, lovingly, and feeding his dad. He deserved that. He lived a life of generosity, a life of charity, a life of hospitality, always hospitable. He loves to welcome people to his house welcome people to Wise Academy. So he was man of wisdom. His family is family of wisdom. And through wisdom, they showed their responsibility, their kindness, and their services. God bless your soul, Hajj Murtaza. You are really Murtaza. Means satisfied with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah provide patience to Hassanain, to all children. And we say it and we mean it when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'inna irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyah fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Bless you for your service, for raising the right family, and for being friendly and faithful to your community. Al-Fatiha. We have some time if Brother Hassanain would share us, if you are ready, few words with us. Anybody else? Hassanain? Yes. For the Salah? Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي أنزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق ونور عرش أفضل الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيبنا وسيدنا ومولانا أبو القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المقصدين المظلومين. أما بعد، قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وقوله الحق وهو أصدق الصادقين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلى الله على محمد. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are grateful to His for His mercy in creating us. And I want to thank all of you for your presence today, for the loss of a father. And this is something I dreaded all my life. And in public, he was alive. And when he was in the audience, and I spoke about losing my parents, and I saw him in the audience, and I said, there will be a day I will have to meet this fact that I will leave or you will leave. But let me, without being too emotional on this issue, it is my father and my mother. If there's any good in me, it is because of them. And I know we all have a testament to this fact. You know, when my parents came to America in 1972, I was quite young, and they consulted the Quran to leave Tanzania and to come to America.
ayah that came was that when you travel, do not let go of your iman. The general gist of the verses of the Quran that basically stated that travel, siru fil ard, but do not abandon. So when my parents arrived, my father had no money. He literally had only $200 in his pocket, and he arrived in New York. And they worked, and they had no money. They used to walk. They used to take the train. They couldn't afford the train. They would walk. At that time, the train was 25 cents. And my father established the first Muslim community in New York. And he recited Dua Kumail and Hadith Kisa in a house. And I lost, put their feet straight, laughing at my father, saying, "What are you doing? What are you reciting?" He said, "Don't worry, you will understand this." And he established the community in New York. He was actually the one who signed and created their organization. And then he even created the sports facilities for our youth. And I'm a young teenager growing up looking at my father, basically instilling in me that when you have that moment, establish, put it together. Allah has sent me here to do that. This was 51 years ago. My father came to the United States. And he has been behind all the projects that I've been involved in. He has been the main financier. He has thrown all his money. Every time he would sell a house or make money, he would put it right in front and take 90% of it. And I said, "Papa, this is no. It needs to be spent for Allah." And he didn't care. Until his deathbed, I asked my father, "Have you wondered how much money is owed to you?" He said, "I don't care." He said, "If it is being spent for Allah, let it go, I don't care." But I'll tell you, I remember him sitting on the desk and he had an envelope with money in it. And I said to him, "What is this?" He said, "This is my account. That every penny I've collected, I make sure that I add extra money so that I don't take $1 out of it for myself." And he looked at me and said, "You're my only son." He says, "Don't ever cheat. Take one penny from Allah. Otherwise I will not be pleased with you as a father." And I looked at him and I said, "SubhanAllah. Yes, Allah says, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا." Allah, worship anyone other than Allah and goodness to your parents. But not everybody has good parents. I've seen it. Not every parent is good. Although parents have a certain right, even if they're not good. And I tell our youth, even if your parents are not good, they still have a right over you forever. And I said, "SubhanAllah, my Lord, you have blessed me so much. You brought me to America. You educated me. That's what the foundation of my moral systems." And you know, the greatest gift is when I would lecture, my parents would always come with me. People say, "You're being invited around the world." I said, "I have one condition. Any place in the world I travel long distance, my parents must come with me. I will pay for that trip, but they're always with me. Because it's a testament that the only reason I'm on this podium is because of them." And the greatest honor thing is my respected Sheikh Hidayah eloquently mentioned, his blessed son right here, Muhammad Hussein. Such a beautiful, all his children, Mahdi, Muhammad, all of them. Yeah, it's the greatest moment when the child is speaking and the audience looking at him. And I look at my father and I said, "Ya Allah, bear witness that this thawab of whatever I'm doing, da'wah," and Allah says, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal maw'idati al hasana." I said, "Ya Allah, give it back to them, end with this." I remember when I was a teenager, about ready to go to university, I realized I'm very blessed and I need to pay back. And I decided to do something and I promised Allah, but my greatest promise was that I love my parents so much. I said, I want to reward them. As a son, I want to reward them. How can I reward my parents? was something in my mind said, make a lot of money, become rich and famous, pamper them, buy fancy cars for them. But I look at my parents and I notice the opposite in them. They were giving the wealth away. They had no desire for the wealth. So I knew if I bought them anything, they would never be happy. My father would never be happy if I bought him jewelry or expensive clothes. He would look at, what is this? I said, Bob, I just bought you this really nice, expensive. He said, why did you spend this money? I don't need it. He was like that. So I made a promise to Allah. This is why I started this ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, min al-mu'minina rijalun sadaqun. I made a promise to Allah as a teenager. I said, Allah, because of my good parents, I promise you I will be your servant. And on Judgment Day, even if you throw me in hell, I don't care. Just, I want to be a witness for my parents that I'm going to do everything. And every banner I will build, every foundation I will build, because they're the only reason I'm good towards you. They're the only reason I worship you. So you have sent me my closest proximity of rahmah. And I remember I used to go to my father, I would caress his face, and he would look at me, so I caress him. I would say nothing. I said, Papa, you're the closest being to Allah, to me. And when I want to touch, quote unquote, the rahmah of Allah, I must touch you. And I know all of us love our parents. My father's body lies here. And I told him one day, Baba, I have to see this. But while he was in his hospital deathbed, I held his hand, he looked at me, he kissed my hand. I said, why are you kissing me? He said, I'm so happy to have you as a son. I said, no, I'm not a good son. I wish I was a good son. I'm not a good son. You deserve much better. But then I said to him, Papa, if you go, what awaits you in the next world? People will kill to be in your shoes. And I'm so blessed to have it. So as my father's leaving, and I'm watching his organs die. And I'm seeing the blood pressure dropping, the heart rate dropping. I'm looking at him. I said, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. If there is a sentence from God that is the best news of Allah, it is Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ulaika alayhim salawatun min rabbihim wa ulaika humul muhtadun. May Allah forgive us all, forgive me. May Allah bless all of you. And I say this sincerely in our community. My father never fought with anybody, never backbit anybody, never had hatred for anybody. He would walk and he would just look at everybody and say, no, everybody's good. Even if they don't like you, tell me, just be nice to them. Even if they're jealous of you, be nice to them. I would thank Allah every day. So I'm so blessed to have him as my parents. He has gone to a place. And I said to my father, I said, I know you, as he's dying, I said, I know you don't know where you're going, but I will be your witness. But please, you be my witness on Judgment Day. For I know Father will not know the Son, nor the Son will know the Father. We will be together in the next world. And I'm very grateful for that. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant all of us good health. You know, my father couldn't swallow. That's what killed him. Could not swallow. Every time he put food, it went into his lungs and he got infections. So I was talking to a pulmonologist. He says, you know, when a baby is born, it instantly knows how to swallow the milk of its mother. There are 7 muscles associated in sync to be able to swallow. And there is no science to teach that in any human being. I said, can I teach my father to swallow? He said, no. It's God given and God taken. So I said to all of us, when we swallow, when we breathe, when we smile, thank Allah for what He has given us. One move, one muscle taken away. May Allah give us tawfiq, inshallah. Make this community grow. My father always prayed for this community. He said, grow, establish, put it together, and help the needy. Help the needy. Help the orphans. Ya Allah, give us tawfiq, inshallah. Thank you so much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا رؤوف رحيم. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. سورة المباركة الفاتحة. I want to thank all our respected scholars who have joined us now. God bless you all. I respected Sheikh Al-Adhi and the Islamic Hazrat Wisdom to make this so simple and easy and to make it so accessible. I just pray for communities, all our Islamic centers in the community. May Allah make them thrive and flourish so that they take over the fitna and the shaitan systems of the world. Inshallah, we will eradicate. Allahumma inna narghabu ilayka fi dawlatin karima تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاء إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله.
على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum. Just a few announcements. First announcement is at 7:30 after Salah at Wise. You guys can pay your respects there, and we're also going to read Quran for Hajj. Also, if anyone that wants to go to the funeral outside in the road. Third thing is we are going to go ahead and take Hajj's body to the Mahdi and do prayer on him. If you guys want to come and pay your respects now. صلى على محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. وحده الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله. الفاتحة.
الفاتحة.
الله من عاد المباركة. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
سووا الصفوف اعتدلوا. So let us have the lines in order before we start the prayer. We are waiting for the family members. Straight line, straight. We are waiting for position. Really, today is a reminder of قوله تعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تفضلوا شيخنا تفضل. لا أقسم بهذا